الله تعالى وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الذي علا في توحده ودنا في تفرده وجل في سلطانه وعظم في أركانه، الذي لا يدركه بعد الهمم ولا يناله غوص الفطن، الذي ليس لصفته حد محدود ولا نعت موجود، فطر الخلائق بقدرته ونشر الرياح برحمته ووتد بالصخور ميدان عرضه، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد، اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا، اللهم صل على محمد. بهم نتولى ومن أعضائهم نتبرأ إلى يوم القيامة. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في محكم تنزيله: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، وجعلناهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا لما صبروا وكانوا بآياتنا يوقنون. آمنا بالله. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات اللهم صل على محمد. Once again, we thank Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for gracing us and granting us with another wonderful moment, wonderful opportunity to observe our weekly Eid, which is Jum'a. I first admonish myself and you beloved brothers and sisters to be conscious of the teachings of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you all know, last week we celebrated the birth anniversary of our beloved Prophet and his grandson Imam Jaffar As-Sadiq salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Normally during this celebration, you realize that we focus on Rasulullah and we don't say much about our chief Imam, who the name of this mazhab is after his name. So therefore, inshallah, today in my first sermon, I want to dedicate it to Imam Jaffar As-Sadiq and to discuss about the lessons we learn from the guidance of this great Imam, our chief Imam. Because naturally, when it is with the birth of Rasulullah, you will definitely speak more about Rasulullah. So inshallah, today we remember our beloved Imam, the chief Imam, and try to learn one or two lessons from his life. And the topic I'm going to look at the way and manner Imam alayhi salatu wassalam guided the Ummah through different aspects and different fields of studies. And we all know, according to historians and the riwayat that we receive from Al-Bayt, Imam Jaffar As-Sadiq was born according to some on Monday and according to some on Friday. But we all know he was born on the 17th day of Rabi'ul Awwal, like the way Rasulullah was born on the 17th day of Rabi'ul Awwal. So therefore, every year we announce the celebration of the Milad of Imam Jaffar As-Sadiq and that of Rasulullah. And the verse we have chosen to discuss tonight is chapter Sajda, chapter 32, verse 24, where Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala not only talking about Imam Jaffar As-Sadiq as epitome of guidance, but talking about all the Imams and all the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In a very known verse, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا لَمَّا صَبَرُوا وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُوقِنُونَ. We made them or appointed them Imams when they were patient. وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُوقِنُونَ. And we also appointed them Imams when they were certain about our teachings and they had yaqeen in our teachings. So when you look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he sent all prophets and all messengers, he sent them with obligations and he sent them with a lot of responsibilities. But on top of all those responsibilities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent all prophets and messengers or even our Imams, the first of all of them is Hidayah, is the guidance. All prophets, when they came to this world, they came to guide humanity. They came to guide mankind. All our Imams alayhi salatu wassalam, their purpose of coming and the realize that it is the same responsibilities that Allah tasks our beloved Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. Anbiya 73, what does it say? 5 responsibilities. Allah began by saying, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا. We made them imams, leaders, not to do anything but to guide through our decrees and through our command. Yani you are imam not to guide from your own self, but you have to guide through the command and messages of Allah. And then the second responsibility, Allah said, وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْهِمْ فِعْلَ الْخَيْرَاتِ. We also reveal unto them and urge them to do good. So when Imam or Rasulullah is telling you, be good person, be kind, that Allah also revealed unto that beloved Imam and that beloved messenger, you must also do good. So the second responsibility of an Imam or Prophet of Allah is to do good before he urge any other person to do good. Then the third one, Allah said, وَإِقَامُ الصَّلَاةِ. The third responsibility after being good is to establish your salah. So Prophet, before he told me and you or taught us to establish our salah, he was the first person to establish salah. And not only that, وَإِيتَاءَ الزَّكَاةِ. After salah, you have to give the tax, Islamic taxation, which when we come to our terms, we make it lahons, which is another set of discussions we need to discuss, inshallah. And then the last one, وَكَانُوا لَنَا عَابِدِينَ. And they should not worship anyone but to worship us. So therefore, all prophets and all messengers, their role is to guide human being. Their role is to lead us. Therefore, when you go to Jum'a, which we normally recite for Ahlul Bayt al-Isma al-Tahara, you find in that ziyarah, there is a portion where we say, As-Salamu alaykum a'immatul hudat. Blessings of Allah, or the Imams who are our guide. Imams are to guide us. And also in Dua al-Nudba, which is recommended by Ahlul Bayt that we recite every Friday morning before you go out for your transactions, for your errands, for your commitment. Very important dua, which will keep you in contact with the Imam of your time, which will make you understand and renew your allegiance with Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. What do we say in Dua al-Nudba? Because mostly it's about Imam al-Zaman. Aina sahibu yawm al-fath wa aina rayatu nashr al-huda. Where is the one who has got the key or the opener of the day of victory? And then the last one we said, aina rayatu nashr al-huda. Where is the one with the symbol of the banner of guidance? Means Imam al-Zaman. So therefore Imam al-Zaman is also about guiding me and you. The same thing in one of the ziyarah of Imam al-Rida, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. We said, As-salamu alayka ya Imam al-Hadi, referring to Imam al-Rida, peace be upon you, O the Imam is a guide. So Imam is a guide. The same thing you find about Abdullah ibn Husayn in a very known saying of Rasulullah, Inna al-Husayna misbahul huda wa safinatul najah. Husayn is misbahul huda, the light of guidance, and nothing else. The same thing Rasulullah taught Mawlaika Inat Amir al-Mu'mineen before Rasulullah departed from this world. Ya Ali, la an yahdiya laka Allahu rajulan wahida khayrun laka mimma tala'at alayhi ash-shams. Oh Ali, for Allah to guide one person through you, Allahu Akbar, it is better for you than whatever sun shines on. Rasulullah is telling Amir al-Mu'mineen, not me. It means the role of Amir al-Mu'mineen is to guide the Ummah and nothing else. Even you look at Imam al-Hussein, when he sent that letter to the people of Basra, what do you say? Inna sunnata kad umitat wa inna al-bid'ata kad uhliyat ala in tuti'u wasma'u amri ahdikum sabila rashad. And Abdullah ibn said, all the people of Basra know that the sunnah of Allah is made to die and innovation is being given life. But if you people of Basra will follow me and obey my command, I, Hussein, will guide you towards the right direction. So therefore all of them, they came to guide. Therefore our Sifi Imam, who according to the word husband. So his aim was to make sure Imam doesn't come back to Medina to Munawwara. So one day this Hassan al-Wishra is reporting. He said, I went into the mosque of Kufa and I found people not less than 900. When you get close to each and every one of them, you'll hear the person saying, I heard from Imam Jaffar. That tells us the guidance that Imam gave us is amazing. And this guidance sometimes could be theological, sometimes jurisprudential, even sometimes philosophical, sometimes mystical. When you read the life of Imam Jaffar you realize that he gave a lot of guidance in each and every aspect of life. This afternoon we just limit ourselves to only two. The first one is theological, and the second one is social. Then we can learn one or two lessons from it for our lives. You know, people, even during the lifetime of Imam until today, you find in many cases we have a lot of doubt about Islam, especially when it comes to theological issues. Somebody will come and tell you, I still doubt whether God exists or not. Somebody will come and tell you, yes, I believe in Imams, but I don't think they are infallible. It doesn't make sense that Imams don't make sin. Somebody will come and tell you, Nubuwa, I have a problem. Somebody will come and say, Ma'ad, the return day of Qiyamah, I have a problem. You know, according to the teachings of Imam Jaffar, when you are in a community and you are in a society and there are people who have that type of a doubt, you don't chase them away. You rather welcome them, bring them close to you, and teach them. Especially today in the world of internet, as they call global village, you find so many questions. You have a lot of questions. Some will have a question about the existence of God. Is God just? Why the earthquake? Why that? Why that? These are people you don't say like kafir, a'udhu billah, tawbah. La, 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 la. These happened also during the time of Imam Jaffar, and Imam accommodated each and every one of them who came to him. And eventually, through the guidance of Imam, they ended up becoming Shia and the lovers of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. One of them was one day, one young youth. He came to Imam alayhi salatu wasalam and he said to Imam, I do not believe God exists. Then Imam asked him, Anta munkir wujudillah? He said, hey, ana munkir wujudillah. Completely, I denounce the existence of Allah. Allah does not exist. Then Imam asked him, what is your reason? You see, Imam didn't chase him away. Like today, when a small boy comes to you and says, Ya Allah, everybody will go around the person and start attacking the person. When Islam, you have to bring the person close, sit down with him, discuss with him, show him the ways, show him the teachings. Imam asked him why? He said, because I don't see God. I only believe in what I see. If I don't see, I don't believe. Then Imam asked him, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. Imam said, do you believe in the existence of the world? Look at how Imam ﷺ approached it. He said, yes, I believe in the existence of the world. Then Imam asked him, do you believe in the existence of a sun, moon, a star? He said, yes. Then Imam asked him, why? He said, because I see them. Then Imam said, okay, I want to ask you another question. All these things, were they before existing or no? There was a time when they were not there and they came into existence. Now you realize where Imam was going. He said, no. All these things, they were there since time immemorial. Then Imam said to him, but you said you believe only when you see. But before you were born, you were not seeing. How did you believe before you came to this world? See the wisdom of Al-Bayt. Then Imam told me, no pain. He said, yes, I know pain. Do you believe in the existence of pain? He said, yes, I believe. But do you see pain? Have you ever seen pain with your eye? No. He's never seen pain. He said, okay, why do you believe in it and you've not seen it with your eye? He says, I can feel pain here, but I cannot point to feel pain. This is pain. And Imam said to him also, where is your soul? He said, I don't know where my soul is. Then he asked him, do you believe in the existence of your soul? He said, yes, I have a soul. And where is your soul? Why do you believe in what you don't see? And then the last one, Imam said, do you believe in attraction? Like somebody getting attracted to someone? He said, yes, I believe. Imam said, but you have never seen attraction with your eye. He eventually became a lover and a follower of Imam alayhi salatu. So therefore, look at how Al-Bayt guided people in their way, in their wisdom. The same thing, you know, Sayyid Hamid, those of us who He wrote and recited a lot of poems in praises of Ahlul Bayt, and especially our chief Imam. You know, he used to be Kisani. Kisani are those people who don't believe in Imams. They believe Muhammad ibn Hanafiya is Imam, not the other Imams. These are, today they are very little in the world. They are there. They said Muhammad ibn Hanafiya is Imam. Jaffar As-Sadiq, you are not Imam. He came to Imam, he spoke to Imam, Imam brought him 2 sittings alone. He changed to become a lover of Imam, and he wrote a lot of poems about Imam. The same thing, Isham ibn Hakam, we all know Isham ibn Hakam. Isham ibn Hakam was one of the students of our Imam in the field of theology. They said Isham ibn Hakam, when he was youth, he believed in Allah, but he never believed in Imams. He only believed that Allah is there. I am a Muslim, but he never believed in anything of Imams. But when he got to Imam alayhi salatu wassalam, Imam sat down with him, Imam discussed with him, and eventually he came to become a strong and a true follower of Imam. So therefore, when a person has a problem, whatever the problem, even if yourself, sometimes you realize you have a doubt about Allah, doubt about the existence of Allah, doubt about the imamate of Ahlul Bayt, don't feel bad. Just find good guide. Go to people who are able to guide you and show you the right way. Secondly, you know, Imam guided us in a social area. Very, very important. Sometimes you may think something is haram, a halal, whereas it's haram. And sometimes you may think something which is primary is secondary. It happens in our life. You know, one youth came to Imam. When he came to Imam, he said, Imam, I have a humble request from you. Imam asked him, Yalla Bismillah, what is your request? He said, I know you are close to Allah, Imam. I want you to ask Allah on my behalf to provide me everything that I need in my life without any hassling. I don't want to go and hustle. I don't want to work too much. Allah is Razik, Allah is Rahim. Why should I go and work and get tired before I get? Yalla, I ask you, Allah, I know if you ask, you will give. You know what was the response of Imam? Imam said, I will not do the dua for you. Hey, the son of Rasulullah, I'm asking you to make the dua for me. Why you are not making the dua? Imam said, I'm not doing it. So he followed up with the question, why? He said, because among the du'as that are accepted by Allah is to be followed by an action. If you don't go out and look for rizq, you can make the dua until your eyes become red and big, you will get nothing from it. Man will not come from heaven to you. You have to go out. So therefore, Imam is teaching us here. The way you go out to your business is ibadah. It's a worship of Allah. Whoever folds his arms, you don't get any reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't say taqwa, taqwa, ibadah, Allah will bring it. Will not come. This is the chief Imam, grandson of Rasulullah. Don't know. Among the du'as that are not accepted by Allah, there are du'as that are not followed by action. The same thing, one person came to him one day. You know, Imam swears with a lot of people. He said to Imam, I owe a lot of people money. And number 2, I want to go to Hajj. I cannot afford. So I want you to teach me one dua. If you teach me that dua, I will do the dua every day, and inshallah I will get it. So Imam taught him a dua. Imam said, say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Wadfa anni dayna fi dunya wal akhirah. Simple dua. First praise of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And he said, Ya Allah, help me to overcome what I owe in dunya and what I owe in akhirah. He said, what you owe in dunya is the money you owe people. But what you owe in akhirah is the hajj you have not been. Then Imam told him, for this dua to be accepted, you have to go out and look for the world, to pay people back and to go for hajj. You cannot say, okay, this dua is Ismullah al-Azam from Imam, so I'm going to fold my arms. So this is a lesson to all of us. You try everything in your life, things are not working out. Don't ever and ever give up. Don't give up. The moment you give up, that is the beginning of your failure. You are inhibiting your intellect if you don't work. You cannot reach a point to say, I don't want to work anymore. Unless if you have, mashallah, a lot of things you can eat until Qiyamah, no problem. But you have to go and work. And working is ibadah. one person is all in the social matters. He came to Imam. And he said to Imam, I have a complaint. And I need your help. He said, my neighbor loves music. And because of that, I don't visit my neighbor. Because whenever you go to them, they just play music. Unless if they are fast asleep. But music is their business. Then he said to Imam, even when I go to like washroom, I hear the music coming because we are very close. What do I do? What do I do? Because sometimes some of us also are tempted with music. We love music, some of us. We play music in our cars. Like somebody will say, I'm in a public transport, or I'm driving my car, but this public transport, they are playing a lot of music, I cannot help it. So that's what you went to ask Imam. Or maybe you go to an office for a service you are looking for, and then you're sitting there, music going on. How do you do? That is the question of Imam. And this is all related to all of us also. And of course, when you read the Nahj al-Balagha, Hikmah of Imam Ali 104, you'll see Imam Ali beautifully explain about these things. 104. You know, Imam, this is Nawaf, one of the companions was reporting. So he said one day, Imam Amir woke up in the middle of the night for his normal ibadah of tahajjud. When Imam woke up, Imam looked at the sky, and then he looked at him. This person was reporting. And then Imam asked him, oh no, are you awake or you are asleep? He said, I am awake, ya Imam. Then Imam said to him, you know, the true servant of Allah, they are those who wake up at this moment in time and they try to build their akhirah. And he said, their clothes is the zikr of Allah. And their food is Quran. But Imam never stopped there. My point is the end. Then Imam said, you know, Nabiullah Dawood alayhi salam, I'm just paraphrasing, Dawood alayhi salam used to wake up at this time of the night. You know that time, 1, 2, or those times leading to Fajr, is a very prime time. Expensive time. You know, when they take you to radio station for interview or TV, they sometimes give you only 5 minutes. And maybe you wake up early morning from your house, you go very far place, 2-3 hours driving, but you are going to sleep only 5 minutes. Or some of you have gone to interviews, to embassies. Sometimes you come 8:30, you wake up 3 hours before you go, the person look at your face only for 3 minutes as you go. Isn't it? Very prime. Very prime. So Imam we said, Dawood alayhi salam said, this moment leading to Fajr is very prime. Only lucky ones are able to wake up. Few cannot, the majority cannot wake up. But then Dawood said, this is from the mouth of Imam Ali. All du'as are accepted except the du'a of 4 people. This time before Fajr, whoever wakes up, no doubt his du'a will be accepted. Except 4 people, yani who have these 4 vices in them. Number 1, Usha'a, those people who give bribe and accept the bribe. Rashwa. So Rasulullah said, La'anallahu al-Rashi wal-Murtashi. Allah cares the giver of bribe and the receiver of bribe. So Imam Ahmad said, Dawood and that whoever give bribe, cares of Allah be on him. Whoever accept the bribe, cares of Allah. Bribery and corruption, today you find government talking bribery and corruption, every government, but Islam came with it many years ago. Haram to accept bribe, unless in a situation totally beyond your control, and there is nothing you can do. But if you have a way out, it's a haram, it's a curse of Allah. That's number 1. Dua of someone who accepts bribe will not be accepted by Allah and who gives bribe. Number 2, Imam said, Jasus. Jasus here in our term, we say somebody who is hypocrite. Hypocrite in what sense? He can't listen to you. You go there, he tells different story. Or he knows the truth, but he twists it nicely for others to accept it. Because he doesn't like you, he hates you. Even if you come like a malaika, he will say you're not malaika. Those people, their du'as will not be accepted. Number 3, he said, was shurti, police who are unjust. See, Imam talking how many years ago? And No doubt your Muslim police are also unjust. He said, وَشُرُطِينَ, who are unjust. And number 4, that is my point, and the one who loves music. Music, haram is. Yes, you can come and ask me, Nasheed, Ma'atab, is that something else? Music, Bimawa, music is Arab. Whoever the person might be, music is Arab. Yes, today you have some of our Nasheed, there's a lot of music inside. Sometimes the tune you can see, people can dance. Haram. Imam said, somebody who loves music and play music, his dua will not be accepted by Allah. So this fellow came and asked Imam Jaffar, I have a neighbor like this. What must I do? You put it in your own phrase. I have a friend like that. Or I go to businesses like this. What must I do? You know what Imam told him? Imam told him, whenever you go to the washroom, Ajallakumullah, do in a hurry quickly and finish on the book. Don't stay longer to listen to that music, because that music destroys your soul. And Imam quoted the verse, Inna Sama'a wal Basara wal Fu'ada kullun ulaika kana anhu mas'ula. Indeed, the hearing is Sama, wal Basara, the seeing, wal Fu'ada, hearing, all will be questioned by Allah on the day of Qiyamah. So you listen to music, it will be questioned. You listen to hypocrisy, nifaq, giba, it will be questioned on the day of Qiyamah. So the same thing I tell, if you are in a place where people are playing music and you can stay far from it until your turn is up, you'll stay up. If you are in an aeroplane, they are playing and you can put headphone to block it somehow, put it. Don't say no, it's not. Try as much as you can to stop it. What is beyond your control is beyond your control. So these are the guidance that we receive from our beloved Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. And Imam, in many years, he continued to give this guidance. If we put this guidance into perspective, you will see Allah Ta'ala will help us and we will be successful in our life. We ask Allah to forgive us, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar. Fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Sallallahu alayhi ajma'in. In our second sermon, I first admonish myself and you, beloved brothers and sisters, to be conscious of the teachings of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of the taqwa of Allah azza wa jal. And let's continue to build our taqwa to that desirable position which is recommended by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In our second sermon, a few things to highlight on. The first thing, as we mentioned last week, is the question of Masail al-Fiqhiyya al-Diniyya. Today I want to highlight on 2 important Masail. One of them we highlighted it in the course of the week on Sunday, which is the question of following Imam in Salah. When you follow Imam, brothers and sisters, you don't do any action before Imam. And you know the danger of it, which we did not touch on Sunday, is that somebody is standing in front of you, or no, at your back, behind you. If you go quickly, you will think the Imam is gone, you confuse them. And eventually their salat will be Furada salat and not Jama'a salat. So therefore we need to be careful. Some people are rushing too much. They want to finish the salat before Imam. You cannot do that. You have to be alert, you have to be very conscious in your salah. Therefore, hudurul qalb, the presence of the heart in salah, is of great importance in salah. Once there is a presence of the heart in salah, you will not surpass Imam. You will not overtake Imam. But you see many people, when you say Allah, before you reach sajda, they are in sajda. Now the one who is behind you, he will be thinking that Imam is already gone. Then you go, because there are some people, they don't follow Imam. They look at the one who is in their front. So let's all, inshallah, brothers and sisters, be alert when it comes to this salah. Make sure you go before your Imam. After your Imam. Don't go before your Imam. That's number 1. Number 2 is still under following Imam in salah. You see, we have 5 salat that we do every day. That is according to Allah, Prophet, and Ahlul Bayt. All the 5 congregational prayers. These 5 salah, when you look at them, they are different in number. 2, you have 4, and you have 3, and you have 4. How do you follow Imam in this salah? This is the point I want to make, then we're done. In Fajr, when you follow Imam will recite loudly and you hear, you don't have to recite anything. Okay, there's a ihtiyat, you can do the tasbihat, no problem, or tahmidat, but it's not necessary. If you do fine, you don't do, just keep quiet and listen to Imam. Unless in a situation where you cannot hear Imam properly. Imam is reciting, you don't know what the Imam is reciting, because sometimes you go to certain mosque, sound system is very poor, or there is no even sound system, and the mosque is jam-packed. So Imam, you cannot hear him. In that situation, you can recite your Fatiha and Surah, still with the intention of following Imam in Jum'a. There is no. Our situation here is not necessary. That's number one. Number two, in fact, some of our scholars said it's highly recommended, don't recite anything. Number two is when you come to Zuhr and Asr. You know, Zuhr first Imam, he doesn't recite loudly. He just recites secretly. Opposite Fajr and Maghrib and Isha. In this case, what do? You have a choice. They said it is ihtiyat al-zubi, obligatory precaution. It's not wajib between tasbih or tahmid. Subhanallah, walhamdulillah. In the first rak'ah and the third. Tell me, you don't recite Fatiha, you don't recite Surah. Leave it with Imam. So, Imam is placed to complete everything on your behalf. So therefore, in Zuhr and Asr, first two, no need to recite Fatiha. If you recite, it's okay. So you have a choice rather between the tasbihat and dalilat and the if you want to recite. If you don't want, leave it. But in the second two, this is the point I was trying to come. Second two, which means Asr 2 ending, Zuhr 2 ending, Isha 2, Maghrib 1. Okay? You have to recite. This tasbih al-arba, you have to recite of Fatiha. There is not like the first one. You must take note, it's very important. Even according to Allah, you have to recite that tasbihat al-arba or you recite your Fatiha. But say for instance, I'm reciting and by the time I finish Imam, leave it and join Imam. Or maybe you come to follow Imam. Now, when you wake up, Imam is doing tasbih al-arba or Fatiha, and you are in your first rak'ah while Imam is in his third rak'ah. What do? You start Fatiha. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin, Imam goes to Ruku. Leave everything and follow Imam. Even if you have not yet started with your Fatiha and you find Imam, what do? You leave it and follow Imam. Don't say you're going to recite the whole Fatiha and finish and recite the whole Surah and then you follow Imam. Then by the time you join Imam, the Salat becomes forever. So therefore, inshallah, we need to be alert about our masail al-fiqhiyya, inshallah. Secondly, of course, inshallah, we are inviting all of you, fathers and mothers, and also brothers and sisters. This afternoon, we have Milad al-Nabi celebration at the school at 2 o'clock. So those of us, inshallah, who are available, inshallah, it will be kind of you to join us, inshallah, and support the schoolboys and girls as they celebrate the birth anniversary of our beloved Rasul and that of his grandson, Imam Jaffar. And lastly, we still mourn and cry for what is happening in the world, which is very, very unfortunate situation that we are faced in this world really. Beginning of 2015, we saw last week what happened in Nigeria. A child of 10 years is being used to kill how many people? And yet people come, they say Islam, Islam, Islam. This is too much for Islam. This is very painful. Just last night in Belgium, we saw what? Terror attack. And now people say Islam is somebody, Islam, somebody, Islam. Who are really these Islamists? They are really causing pain to Islamic religion. They are causing havoc to Islamic religion. We really have to make strong dua and ask for divine intervention to expose all these people who are using Islamic name. Because as we mentioned, even our great scholars, all our Maraja, they distance themselves from these barbaric acts. We are not associated to them, and this is not Islam. This is far away from Islam. Therefore, we ask Allah Ta'ala, whoever is behind these actions, may Allah expose them, inshallah. Whoever wants to sabotage and abuse Islamic name, because this is abuse of Islamic name, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala frustrate them wherever they are. And whoever is behind them, who the person might be, to cause these terrorist attacks in the world, the above in the world, you go there Islam, you go that way Islam, you go that way Islam. May Allah bihaqqi sahib al-asr wa zaman expose them, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through the barakat and the presence of the Imam al-Zaman, let the world see peace in this year, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين.